So this week we have not recorded a lot of things. We've been super busy. So tonight I'm just going to take you guys around our farm, show you a few things that we've done, and give you some updates. And I hope you enjoy. One of the first things that I want to show you is Bridget here. She is recovering from her surgery. She will get her stitches out on Wednesday. As you can see, it must be feeling a little bit better because she's not too scared to rub on those stitches. Watching her makes me a little bit nervous. Now she still has her same attitude, so I still like to keep an eye on her, but one thing that has changed is I'm not as scared of her being around her. When she's having an attitude, I just stand there and keep my ground, and she seems to give up pretty quick. Oh, Dove, be nice. Be nice. Poor little Ember gets beat up by the big girls sometimes. Makes me really angry. I don't know how to fix that. But back to Bridget. She did a great job taking all of her medicine and isn't taking that anymore. Like I said, gonna get her stitches out in a few days. Wayne is going to attempt to do that on his own, and if we can't, then we'll load her up in our trailer and take her into the vet, and that will be a quick fix. Healing up well. She did pop a stitch in one area, and we were a little bit worried about that at one point, but she's good now. One place, her thing that we did this week was decorate the barn. I am not the spender of money or the idea guy, so when Wayne said he wanted to decorate the barn, I thought he'd just put a few lights up or a few bows, and he really just went above and beyond. And my heart was hurting a little bit when he kept throwing stuff in the cart at the store, but I am super excited about it now. And then step in because you think. So with this setup, Wayne has it where we've had a few photographers are going to come and use it as their mini backdrop. And we've also opened it up to where if you want to come and take your own picture in front of it during your farm visit, that is included, I guess, now, as long as you're using your own camera. Or Wayne has offered to take photos and email them to people. So that's kind of his thing that he's added to our holiday area. And like I said, when he was buying stockings and all the things, I thought that it wasn't necessary, but I absolutely love it. In the mornings when I come in, it's fun to open the cows up. The only thing that is a little rough is we have the bales of hay out here, and the cows, that's what they eat for breakfast every morning. So rather than it being a 1 or 2 person job to put the cows up or let the cows out now, we have to be creative. I usually open Bridget and Dove's stall and put the wagon here that we fill up with manure and stuff, and then shake treats to get them one way or the other, in or out, and then try and get the other ones in. My kids are pretty good at it now, but there have been a few times that Dove has broken into the barn and then let all of her friends in, and Laban, am I right, Bridget knocked over some of the trees. So super pretty, but also caused a little bit more work at bedtime and in the morning. Ready? So the girls were locked out of the barn and pretty mad, so I brought a few treats out to give them. We'll see. The girls, the big girls, are over here thinking Miss Joe's gonna come give them treats. They don't know that Ember's getting all the treats right now, but she'll take it, because usually when we're doing treats, the big girls push her out of the way. So sorry that they're not figuring that out right now. So Dove might be catching on. Dove's snubbing the treats to see what's in the basket. Honestly, I just picked this basket up to carry back to the chickens. I didn't clean it up from when we had lots of visitors this weekend. No more. All right, girls, all out. Out. All right, I also grabbed, no, all out, all out. So before, those are mealworms. Those are mealworms. How Bridget just came running at me towards treats would have scared me beforehand, and now I'm just not so nervous. Anyways, I had this basket inside from carrying it in after having visitors. So we'll give the brothers and the other ones some worms. Where I usually have these cups full of mealworms for them to feed the chickens. So we'll share them. Pause the recording. It's okay. It's okay. So this package over here it is a doghouse that we bought so that the brothers and the other two Silkies, Alfredo and Dumbledore, will have somewhere to go when it's raining. Lately, I shut them out of the barn because I don't want the cows getting in the barn, and so if it's raining or it's gonna obviously get cool, they'll have somewhere to get in and kind of snuggle up when they aren't in the barn for bedtime. We went and bought 3 of these buckets, and I ordered some little waters that we're going to put on them. That's something that a project we'll be doing in the next few days, weeks, who knows how long it'll take us to get to it, so that the chickens can have new waters that hopefully the ducks will not destroy and make messes of. So that's a goal project we have coming on. You ready? So obviously you can see the chickens see us coming with mealworms. They got a ton of mealworms yesterday, and then we actually had my cousin's little boy out here today and fed them mealworms today too. But no matter how often they get them, they always come and get super excited. So feed some of them. Hand feed Nugget. I was thinking the other day, our very first chickens are just so docile, and I will be super sad when Nugget isn't alive anymore, because who knows if we'll ever have a little rooster like this again. Like, we have Kiss, and heck, Kiss lived in our house and was snuggled with us majority of the beginning of his life, and now, I mean, he's not mean, like I'm not scared to come in here or anything, but if I went down to pick him up, he would prefer to go the other way. So Nugget's pretty easy to hold in here. These big girls are easy to hold. Oh, Grumpy, that wasn't very nice. Dwad's easy to hold. One of my favorite ones to hold is Felicia here. Sometimes I don't know if she can see, so whether she'll eat the mealworms or not, I don't know. Silkies don't fly though, so I don't want her to fall off. We'll go into the big chickens. So I'm going to throw a few more into the big girls and phantoms. Shut them up. ahead and come in with me. Out of the way. Out of the way. Oh my goodness. So I wish earlier that I would have recorded. Luca had one of the ducks and was holding them and hand feeding them the mealworms. That was a rare thing. They're not very easy to catch. That right there, over here, is a rooster that didn't make it to the sale barn because we weren't sure if it was a rooster or not. Unfortunately, he's living his last week here because we'll probably take him to the sale barn this next week. He's not really a bad guy, but he's a little rougher with the girls, and so I've caught Dwayne having to run after him and knock him off of girls when they're crying, so making sounds. Before we had the cows, this is what we did pretty much nightly. Wayne would set up his lawn chair and just feed him out of his hand. One thing Dwayne does that's super weird, I'm a little bit nervous feeding him because sometimes he bites your hand, ow, like that, and I can't tell if it's because he's trying to get me to, oh my goodness, what's this one's name? I can't remember. Is it Olive? That was scary, Olive. But I can't tell if Dwayne's trying to get me to drop them or if he can't see. Olive, you are not a very gentle eater. Alright, I'm gonna flick some more over here. And then another thing. Oh, you're late to the party! So if you can see how nasty this water is, I dump it out daily, and the ducks do that within instance. Also, if you look down here, I'm really starting to get nervous that that's going to tip over. We have it elevated, trying to eliminate the dirt, but hopefully the new watering system will help with that. Obviously, nothing's going to help them making their pond dirty every day. One other thing that I've been doing at bedtime is lighting. Probably won't be very good in here. At bedtime, I have been taking their roosting or nesting box out because all these Americanas, they're not catching on to getting on the roosting bars. When I would put them to bed at night, I would take them off and put them on there, but when I would come back in the morning, this was just covered in poop, and it was just adding a lot more to my chores. So every night I've been pulling it out. Pretty sure Luca already got most of the eggs earlier. So those are a few of our eggs. I think Luca has some green ones inside. So, I don't really know. I guess I need to still get the nesting box out of the bantams for the night. And then I'll plug in their light. We've been putting a light on for them at night. Oh, I do want to show you one other thing another project that will come pretty soon. So, I came out maybe yesterday, and I don't know what happened. Honestly, I think sometimes the girls fly off of the nesting bars and literally smack into the window. I've heard it before when I've been coming. If they hear me coming, they start jumping out, and I've heard them hit the door, so I'm assuming that's what happened. So we're gonna have to replace that before it gets too cold. I think there's even snow or something coming this weekend or week, so that's probably something we'll have to get on pretty quick. But besides that, this is pretty much what the farm looks like right now. Obviously, we still have the bunnies. They're inside living their best life. I changed out all their bedding today, and I don't know, we're just here trudging along. We hope you all have a great week, and hopefully we'll document more next week. And we'll see you then.